good and then seems to be bad. There seems to be evil and there seems to be good. The question is, we need to ask is, this world itself, this whole universe that we can understand as much as we can, the physical laws within this universe, how do the physical laws, which are abstract, exert an effect which is concrete? You know the laws of gravity, the laws of attraction and repulsion, the electromagnetic, laws of... Yep, you know about this things.
But you're talking all these clever words.
That's not clever words, common sense.
These are clever words. I mean, it means nothing to me.
Common sense.
Do you think God created the world then? Do you think God created the planet, the universe?
Who?
Do you think that?
It's not what I think.
So you don't believe in evolution? You don't believe in the Big Bang, for instance? You believe that God created
Okay, let me address this point.
trillions of stars. Yeah. You think one creator created the universe, and do you know how many stars there are in the universe? Do you know how there are trillions?
Too many.
So how could it possibly? So you really believe that this was created by one entity, one? You believe that?
Look,
wow, that's pretty amazing.
No, I haven't said anything yet.
That's pretty amazing. And one other question.
No, I haven't
Who
said
created
anything.
God? Who created God?
Okay.
Who created
Okay,
God?
fine.
Because God must have started. Your God must have started somewhere, sometime.
You have,
even if it was 1 billion years ago,
Okay.
must have been before.
Sure.
Who created God?
Interesting.
Another God?
Okay. Do you want me to answer this question first, or the ones you've
Well, you
talked about
can't
first?
answer it, can you? Because there is no answer. Okay, carry on.
Right. Which one do you want me to address? Which one do you want to address first? The who created God question?
Yeah, try and address who created God.
Okay, fine.
Try and tell me that.
Sure. Don't feel offended if I
Of
say...
course you don't know. I mean, surely you're not going to tell me.
I'm answering.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
We've asked a question, give him
I'm
a
answering.
chance.
You're absolutely right. Naughty Michael. Naughty Michael. Carry on. Tell me who created God. Come on.
So,
I'm ready to learn.
Do I assume your name is Michael?
Michael, yeah, Michael.
I am Mansur.
How do you do?
Nice meeting you. Michael, you see, sometimes we ask questions without realizing whether it's a question or not. Right? Give me a few minutes to make you understand what I mean. If I were to tell you, how many legs does the sun walk upon, our sun?
The sun?
Wait, hear me out. How many legs does it walk upon, 2 or 3? If I ask that question, you would say, are you out of your minds? I would say no, I asked you a question.
Well, the sun doesn't walk on any legs, does it?
Okay, but is that my answer to the question I asked? My question was, how many legs does it walk upon? 2 or 3? 2 or 3?
None.
The
sun doesn't walk on legs.
But you know, answer my question that I asked. Why are you asking another question?
How can I answer you? Because I don't know. I don't know how.
2 or 3?
I can't. How can? Do you want me to make you happy? It walks on 2 legs.
You realize my question.
What's going on? You're very popular. Yeah.
As you realize, Michael, the question that I asked, it's not a meaningful question. The reason being, the question has some underlying assumptions which are faulty. The sun doesn't have legs. So the question of having 2 legs and 3 legs, I don't need to even answer that because the question is faulty. It's a rhetorical statement because a question to be a meaningful, valid question, it has to be free from these internal contradictions. Because the sun doesn't have legs, and you say, how many legs does it walk upon?
No, you said that, not me.
I did. Do you know why I said that?
No, I don't know
because
why you said it.
I'll tell you, because the question that you asked me, or the statement in inverted quotes
No,
with that
I
question,
asked you a question, who created God?
I am answering now. Your statement of who created God is not a meaningful question. I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'm telling you exactly why.
So time doesn't exist then? Time doesn't exist?
Michael, I'm answering.
Doesn't exist.
I'm replying. In our concept...
Yeah, in your opinion.
I'm not talking about time, I'm talking about your question.
Okay, in your context, you said.
In our concept of God...
In your concept of God.
In my concept of God, God has always been there, didn't have a beginning of existence. So the question of being created by someone else while this creator was not in existence is as meaningless as sun having 2 legs when the sun doesn't have 2 legs in your concept. So you cannot ask me a question like, who created the God who is not created? Is that a meaningful question?
No, I didn't say that. I said who created God? What became before God?
Okay, I'm answering.
And just tell me something. Just let me ask you another thing, right? Apparently, the scientists say that the sun
Yeah.
that keeps the whole planet Earth going,
Yeah.
has got an infinite time. It will, after a few billion years, will extinguish.
Yeah.
Right.
Finite time.
I mean that. Yeah. Okay. Finite time.
Yeah, I agree.
Would you agree with that?
Of course.
So what's God going to do about that? Then?
God's
What's your
plan.
God?
That's God's plan already.
God's plan.
Right. So let's come back to your question. So, if
How do you know it's God's plan?
That's a different question. Let's come back to your question. Who created God who is
Yes.
not created? Let me ask you that question and see how you answer it. Who created God who is not created?
I haven't got a clue. I don't believe in God. I told you I do not believe in God. I don't believe
Is
that
my
God exists.
is my question meaningful?
I think it's just an invention
Michael.
of Homo sapiens.
Michael, I understand
to
what you're saying.
control the world,
Look,
politics,
Michael,
money, politics.
we'll-
That's what I believe.
We will go to
My
this.
opinion.
We'll go to this. But the moment when somebody asks a question, who created God that is not created, is that a meaningful question?
Who created God that is not created?
Yeah. It's not a
Really
meaningful
lost me.
question.
No,
It's
but-
not a meaningful question.
But you're telling me God is created. So what's
No, 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 no. We don't believe God is created. We don't believe. We believe God is not created, always there.
always there?
Yeah.
So
That's
there's
our
no- So
concept.
you don't believe in time then? There was no before. You don't believe in history. You don't
What?
believe that
No, no, no.
Muhammad was what was his?
No,
he was born in 600 or something.
Time is a characteristic of our reality. We are in time. Do you not agree we are in time?
Of course we're in time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
time's
so-
passing very quickly.
Yeah, we are agreeing. You're 73. I'm nearly 60
Exactly.
almost, right?
Time,
Not
you
too
know, the
long.
weeks fly
Right.
by. The
so,
weeks fly
so
by.
now, the existence of suffering or not suffering does not automatically prove or disprove the existence of God. We need to now have other arguments against God or for God. That's what I'm addressing you. So now, the physical laws that I talked about for a reason, because you and I know they exist, physical laws.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Right. Physical laws are not conscious. They don't have a will. So how do physical laws, which are abstract things, make things, manifest things in action, in concrete things? Like law that says attract and attract, it's attracting. If you have a magnet, another magnet with opposite poles, you will see how they're attracting. But if I just write this equation, of attraction on a piece of paper, that equation on a piece of paper cannot do anything. It's just abstract thing that you've written on a paper. But the physical laws that are in reality, they exert its effect on reality. How can they do that if they're not conscious and having a will? For example, let's talk about will now. If I don't have a will, can I move? If I don't have a will to move, can I move? No. I can't. So these physical laws, if they don't even have a will to exert its action into effect, it will not happen. But the fact that the matter is, the laws exerts its action into effects, demonstrating that they have will and consciousness. Now, are you going to say physical laws are conscious, or entities who has will and says, okay, let it happen? You are giving physical laws the attributes of Creator, God. Which one makes sense? Physical laws being God, or the universe which was brought about by something, that thing can have consciousness and will? Does it make sense?
Not to me.
Why not?
Sorry, not to me.
Tell me, where is the difficulty?
Okay. So you're getting so complicated to me. I'm a simple man, basically.
I am too.
You're talking all this complication. I'm just saying, I'm 73 years old. I have never seen any evidence in all my life. I believe in being a good person. I've never seen any evidence in all my life.
I'm sure you're a good person too.
I believe in honesty and all that. I have never seen any evidence that God exists. That's all I'm saying.
Have you sought knowledge in your 73 years?
What?
Have you sought knowledge?
Of course I've sought knowledge. Of course I've read I've read the Bible. I've read all sorts of
Have you read the
things.
Quran?
I've read, I find it very difficult, the Quran.
Okay.
Maybe very difficult.
It can be difficult in an English
my
language.
God.
Yes, it can be difficult.
Very
so,
difficult.
So when we say, or when you say,
But
Michael,
what is the point of it, though? I mean, it doesn't create. I mean, you know, all religions.
where are you going to go?
What is the point? But you're not peaceful.
Where is your
you
consciousness?
fight against each other.
No.
They're all arguing against each other.
Michael, when you and I die, what happens to our consciousness?
Nothing. We go back to the earth. We go. You know, nothing happens. We're finished. We're finished
You
when
can
we
believe
die.
in science.
We're finished.
Brother, if you don't mind.
If we're
Once
finished
we
when
die, once
yeah.
we die, basically you're saying there is no
It's
you.
all over.
It's all over, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All over. Definitely.
So you have
Wait
one
and
life.
see.
You have one life.
Yes, of course.
Who gave us life? Or what gave us life? Your parents?
Of course, our parents. Yes, of course.
If you and I died as a child, as a baby, if you and I died as a baby, would our parents be able to give life again?
Of course they could. Yes.
Same person.
No, never the same person.
So did they have life in the first place to give?
What? But what's that got to do with God?
No. Let's understand who is in really gave us life. Our parents, if they had the ability to give us life, and we died as children.
Oh, but here we go again. You see, you're going into this complicated.
Why is that complicated?
Because it is. Because it's got nothing to do with me being able to
Look,
believe.
look how
that
complicated bike you are riding.
God, this lovely bike.
It's complicated.
I love this bicycle.
But it's complicated. Look at this. Pedometer, electrifying.
lovely, electric,
Yeah,
beautiful.
electric. So what I'm saying is, look,
My sister gave it to me. It was a present. Can you imagine?
it's a good bike.
A bloody good bike.
Yeah. What I'm saying is,
Yes.
there are certain things
Yes.
that we don't need to complicate things.
Oh.
We know very well that.
You know. I don't know though.
No,
I'm asking.
okay, disagree with me if so. I know very well that I did not create this planet Earth. Did you?
Of course not.
So you and I know that we
I'm
didn't create.
nothing. I'm nothing. I'm like
Good.
nothing.
So we agree here. We have a common agreement. I, me, myself. You, yourself.
We didn't create it. No.
We did not create the Earth, the planets, the stars, billions and trillions of stars.
Yes.
Who did?
Who did?
Yeah. What did?
It was a process of evolution. Billions of years of
You bring in complication. Evolution is complicated.
Evolution. I love it. I mean, when they
Isn't
wrote
that
the
complicated?
Bible, listen to me. When they wrote the Bible, the Jewish Bible and the Christian Bible, they never mentioned
Dinosaurs.
Yeah. Because they didn't know about them.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
What
It
a
was
shame.
never mentioned
Yeah.
in Genesis.
I don't
was it?
believe in these books,
But-
right? So
because-
we have a common
is it
agreement.
mentioned in the Quran? They
No,
didn't
no,
know
no.
about them in the Quran either.
Wait a second.
But now there's the science they've discovered.
May I ask you one
and
question,
they're
Michael?
Still discovering.
Why are you bringing complex evolution in here? Do you not have a problem
Silly.
with
That's so silly. These
Michael?
fast cars.
Yeah, I know. Why are you bringing evolution in? It's complex.
Because that's what I believe in, mate. I
So
believe in
now we
evolution.
realize then
I believe
it doesn't
in
matter.
evolution.
So it doesn't matter if it's complex as long as you can believe in it.
No, I believe in evolution because I
Fine.
can go to the British Museum and I can see fossils. I can see skeletons of dinosaurs. I can see. That's what I'm saying. When I started, I just said,
I believe in dinosaurs. Do you?
"Show me the evidence."
Hang on.
Anyway, listen.
Do you believe in dinosaurs? I do.
Of course I do, because
Right,
they were
right,
there.
right.
And I know why they
Do you know-
they died.
do you know the-
because of the asteroid that hit the Earth.
I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, good. That's good.
You see, you and I have more in common than you think that we disagree with.
I just say, I wish. Listen, if God, all I can say is, if God exists, I wish He'd hurry up and get busy in this world to make the planet a better place.
Okay, look. Let me give you something. When you ask for evidence,
Eh?
brother, when you ask for evidence,
Yes.
you see, when we get a cut on our hands,
Yeah. Tell me about
What
it. I get
happens?
lots of they bleed.
and does it continuously bleed or one time?
No,
a clot-
eventually
a
it
clot
clot.
forms?
Yes. If we're lucky, yes.
Did
yes.
you make that clot yourself?
Did I make the clot? No, it's a part of
Who's making that clot?
the process of the human body.
The processes in your
But you
body.
think it was God?
No, I'm asking you. Remember, you're asking for evidence. Who has put all these processes that if you have a clot, then all these components in the blood will come together, form a mesh, and then stop bleeding? Who's doing that? Who put that design in there?
Evolution.
Is evolution conscious?
No, well, conscious. Oh God, I wish I was more clever.
Michael,
I wish I was
is
more
evolution clever? Is evolution clever?
Oh, very clever. Unbelievable.
Does it have a
Evolution's
brain?
incredibly clever.
Does evolution have a
Apparently,
brain?
I believe, you see, that we came out of the sea. How many years ago did the first creature come out of the sea? That's what I believe in.
I know.
The first creature
That's,
that
that's,
crawled
that's
out
how
of the sea
you've
with
rationalized
a
your
single
belief system.
A single cell. And over evolution, we develop. I mean, do you believe that once Homo sapiens lived in the trees? Do you believe that, out of interest?
Let me go back to...
No. I asked, do you believe that Homo sapiens, before, when they were different kind of...
I-
do they believe they
I
lived
don't-
in the trees?
I'm telling you, I don't believe Homo sapiens, which you and I are, lived in the trees.
You don't believe? You don't think we evolved from creatures that lived in the trees?
So let me tell
that
you.
used to walk around like that. You don't believe it?
Let me tell you why this is a matter of a belief, not evidence.
Oh, it's evidence. No, there's evidence.
Good.
There is evidence.
Okay. Let me share with you some evidence. You know the first cell that was formed from matter?
Yes. There's creatures that lived in the sea.
Okay, good.
And
No.
crawled out of the sea.
Slow down. Because you like evolution, the first cell is alive, right?
Oh, definitely alive.
To remain alive, what you need energy, food.
Yes.
So you need to take in food, right?
Yeah.
How does it take in food? Does it know what food is? No, it doesn't.
I'm sure they weren't very intelligent, the first creatures.
Right. So what does it do? How does it take food inside?
Well, it must eat it somehow.
It doesn't have a mouth.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have to look it up.
Well, you believe in it.
Do more research.
Yeah, do. But you believe in it. So imagine now, okay, somehow it just have this what we call membranes, right? That surrounds the cell. It just engulfs it, and now the thing is inside. Now, how does it digest and break this thing, which is now going to be food? Does it have the machines inside to break it? You have, for example, now in your body, a stomach,
Yes.
the enzymes,
Yes.
and it breaks it down, and then you have a kidney that filters the waste product. The cell doesn't have any of that.
Yes,
right?
but it took billions of years
No, we're
for
talking
the
about the first cell.
evolution.
No, you're missing the point, Michael. The first cell doesn't have any of that.
No, of course
so,
not.
So how does it deal with this thing that it now thinks it needs food to convert into energy? It doesn't have any of it. How does it get rid of the waste product? Does it even know? Does it have a brain? It doesn't have brains. It doesn't have neurons. The neural network that makes it. They've been feeding you, my friend, all of these things without you challenging